Hey, Death Battle revealed some new characters. Let's predict who they're gonna fight. Ready to go. Also, the rest of the season. The characters they revealed were Madara, Korra, Akuma, Alucard, and Aizen. Okay, then let's get straight to it with the first fight of the second half. Starting on September 13th, we have Batman versus Iron Man. And it looks pretty good so far. I really want it to be good because I just really want it to be okay. Now on to September 27th with our next fight, which is the first one to not be confirmed. I believe that this fight will have apparently Death Battle likes getting confirmed combatants out of the way early, so we're gonna start with a battle that has two confirmed combatants. Madara versus Aizen. I don't know much about these characters, but I think the fight could be really cool. For what animation style, I would say sprites, and I think Madara wins. Next, we have another confirmed fight, episode 150 on October 11th, the Macho Man Randy Savage versus the Kool-Aid Man. I'm really excited for this one. It's hand-drawn, which makes me so happy. I love Macho Man Randy Savage. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, and I like the Kool-Aid Man, because how can you not like the Kool-Aid Man? I am extremely excited for this episode. I hope Randy wins. Time for another confirmed combatant. It's October 25th, so that means this is the Halloween episode. And in the last Halloween episode, they confirmed that they would be doing a vampire fight. And it just so happens that a character they confirmed, Alucard, is a vampire, so he will most likely be the character here. And Alucard is obviously gonna fight Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know about these characters either, but I really hope this one's good too. And who's ready for the most controversial death battle since Ben versus Hal? I can't wait for Alucard to say the funny line, "Reality includes time," and then Dio hits him with the "Time, huh? Thanks for the tip." I'm not touching the winner of this fight with a 10-foot pole, so don't expect me to say anything about that. Also, I'm just remembering it now, but I forgot to say, I think Batman will be Iron Man. On November 8th, we have Korra's fight. And if I'm going to be 100% honest, up until a while ago, like pretty close, I was convinced that Korra was going to fight Storm from the X-Men. I did not want that at all, and I'm so happy to have not think that anymore. Now, like most people, I think Korra will fight Rey from Star Wars. I don't actually like Rey that much, but the latest Star Wars episodes have been excellent, and as shown in Obi-Wan vs. Kakashi, Star Wars characters versus elemental characters could also work very well. So I'm actually pretty hyped for this. I hope it's SFM. Also, Dio vs. Alucard is sprites. Maybe. That's what I think it is. I've heard that Rey beats Korra, but I've also heard that Korra beats Rey, so I'm not really sure. But I'm putting my bets on Rey. Now, on November 22nd, we have the final confirmed character, Akuma from Street Fighter. I would really like it if he fought Rao, because I've been sold on that fight by multiple people, and it sounds really cool. But, unfortunately, he's probably going to fight Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat. It's just way more of a legacy matchup. And I actually requested this fight back in my first video, my top 10 most wanted death battles, but I have taken a massive stance change for that fight. I don't really like it at all anymore. But if it's gonna happen, I accept it. I hope it's 3D, because I hope every fighting game matchup nowadays is 3D. Also, apparently Shao Kahn stomps, so that's cool. Let's get a cool Oni transformation and good banter, I guess. Next, we have the fight that has the most speculation among Death Battle fans. This mysterious wild card episode on December 6th. At least December 6th in my video. It might come out earlier, it might come out later. We don't really know. we don't really know anything about this episode. So this one's really the most interesting to speculate. There are 7 fights that I think this episode could be. And the first one, which I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about, but I think could be pretty likely, is the Johto Starter Battle Royale. It's obviously a legacy match because we had the original Kanto Starter Battle Royale. So I think this one could happen. Sticking with Pokemon, we have Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto. I think this one is also pretty possible to happen. It's a big legacy match, and I think it could happen. The last Pokemon fight we have is Kirby versus Ditto. If you didn't know, this was Kirby's original opponent, was Ditto from Pokemon. But they changed it because Kirby just stomps. But I still think this could be really cool, so I don't really mind if this happens, and I do think it's like a 75% chance of happening. Now that we're done with Pokemon, we have another joke fight, which I don't think is pretty likely since we already have a joke fight, but we don't have a battle royale, and I think that the Disney Princess Battle Royale could happen this season. It's not my favorite joke fight. My favorite joke fight is happening, but I think it could happen. I think we should have a battle royale in the legacy season, but I would prefer the Johto Starter Battle Royale if we were to get a Battle Royale in this legacy season. The 5th fight, I think, is the most likely one, bar the one I chose, which is Mcgrath versus Mercer. I think this one's extremely likely. I think it could happen, 100%. Actually, 99%, because there's a different fight which I think would happen. Next up, we have something that I think is necessary for the season, a Monty Oum tribute. And the 6th fight I have is Ruby versus Macho. I don't think this fight is entirely likely, because there's one other Monty Oum tribute that I think is way more likely, and that I think is the wild card episode. So what fight do I think this mysterious wild card is? Well, it's none other than Master Chief versus Samus Aran. This fight, of course, would have to be 3D. I think this needs to happen this season. Nemesis did a video on why it should happen, and I agree with him 100%. This one just should happen, and this is the perfect opportunity to do it. Okay, so it's pretty obvious that Samus wins this one, and I'm not even going to try to say it's close, because I don't think it is at all. But this fight is just way too important to Death Battle's history, and it needs to happen. Haloid was an animation that inspired Death Battle, and Samus was the first ever combatant in Death Battle, along with Boba Fett. So I think the wild card is Samus versus Master Chief. Now that we're done with that, we're heading off to the season finale of the Legacy season. It's the 20th of December, and it could be no other fight except Goku versus Galactus versus Unicron. Of course it's Galactus versus Unicron. There's 0 other options for this fight. It has to be this. It could be the most destructive death battle ever, and it would be awesome. Obviously it should be done in 3D, and I've heard Galactus wins, so I'm just gonna stick with that. So, what did you think of the video? If you liked it, please like and subscribe, leave a comment about what you thought. Thanks for watching. Also, another fight the wild card could be is Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers, but I refuse to talk about that matchup. I've already talked about it in 2 videos out of the 4 I've made. I refuse to keep talking about it. I'll probably make a video just about that, so I never have to talk about the matchup again. Expect that maybe sometime in the near future.